Hello my lovelies and welcome back to the mat. For those that are new here, my name is Tash and I'm a certified Pilates instructor. Today we do have a very quick lean arm Pilates sculpting workout. So you won't be needing anything but your beautiful self and your mat. However, this is a beginner to intermediate level. If you are more intermediate and you want something with a little bit more resistance, feel free to grab some ankle weights and you can actually pop them on your wrists. Or if you do have hand weights, grab anything between 1 to 4 kgs, obviously given your strength, and you can definitely use that throughout this class. Otherwise, you can do this completely equipment free and trust me, you will still feel the burn. Okay, so grab your mat, maybe a bottle of water, and I'll see you on the mat. Start in a seated position, so you can just cross your legs. If this is uncomfortable, pop a pillow underneath your glutes, or you can even pop a yoga block. Hands are going to rest onto your knees and we're going to start to roll the shoulders forward. So up to the ears and then forward. Up towards the ears and forward. Okay, so just starting slow today. We're going to do no jumping abouts, nothing too intense. We're just going to be starting to work into those smaller muscles. That is what Pilates does. Okay, so Pilates does work those smaller muscles that are closest to the bone. That's why we're like, oh my gosh, why are we so stiff? We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to reverse. Okay, so up towards the ears, into those back pockets of the jeans. Up towards the ears, into the back pockets of the jeans. Wonderful. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth throughout this class. Always exhaling through pursed lips, meaning like your lips look like you are sipping through a straw. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those shoulders down. Now I want you to give yourself a hug. It doesn't matter which arm crosses on top of the other, okay, because we are going to swap. So hug yourself. Your hands are going to reach to the back of your rib cage. You're going to inhale through the nose, fill up your lungs. Allow the chest to expand and then exhale through the mouth and allow your rib cage to draw in and down towards your rib cage, towards your hip bones. And repeat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One final one like this. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Wonderful. Gently undo your arms and swap. So if your right was over your left is now going to be over your right. Vice versa. We're going to repeat. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So you go 2 more like that. Final one. Wonderful work, and do the arms. Okay, place your right hand on your left knee. This left hand comes behind your back and I want you to twist around, look behind your left shoulder if you can. Feel the twist of your middle spine. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Swap, alternate other side. So left hand comes onto your right knee. Your right hand comes behind your body. You're going to twist and you're going to look behind your right shoulder. Inhale, come to center. We got 1 more on each side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, come to center. Left hand, right knee. Right hand behind. Exhale, twist. Look behind your right shoulder. Inhale, come to center. Okay, wonderful. We're going to get started on our knees today. However, if you do have knee problems, pop that pillow underneath your knees. Otherwise, you can do this standing. If you do have those ankle weights, pop them onto your wrists. And if you have those hand weights, now's a good opportunity to grab them in your hands. Okay, your knees are gonna be hip width apart. Okay, and I want you to slightly tuck your pelvis under. Okay, so just slightly scoop it under, but not entirely, because I don't want you to get into your lower spine. Same thing, I also don't want you to be arching into the spine. That is why we're gonna tuck. It's also gonna switch our abdominals on, which we kind of want, okay? So this is why we're gonna get started in this knee position. Okay, palms are going to reach up to the ceiling, and I want you to tuck your elbows in towards your rib cage. So you should look like this. Your arms at a 90-degree angle. Okay, inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we're going to bring our palms to our shoulders, and then we're going to come back to that start position, which is the 90. And repeat. Exhale, hands are going to come up. Inhale, they're going to go down. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Okay, so you're going to come all the way up. Now I want you to imagine, if you don't have any equipment with you, I want you to imagine that you have resistance. Okay, and this is where mind to body connection is really important. I want you to start to focus on your biceps. Feel them engage before you even bring your arms up to your shoulders. Okay, it's really important to have that mind to body connection in Pilates throughout. I can already feel my biceps, you should too. Your core is engaged to make sure that we are just focusing on mobilizing into these arms. Now be aware that you're not bending at the wrists before you're lifting your arms, okay? Your wrists are glued in place and you're just bending at the biceps. Essentially at the elbows, but we're getting into the biceps. We're going to go for 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last one. Come back to that 90 position, so that start position. We're going to start to offer a gift. Okay, so the hands are going to come up to shoulder height. We're going to bend them back in. The elbows are going to brush our rib cage. They're going to stop at that start position, 90. And repeat. Exhale. Offer the gift to the person you love. And then allow those elbows to brush in towards the sides. Wonderful work. Remember, exhale on the effort. Inhale when you're coming back to that start position. Now, if you want to take a bit of pressure off of your wrists, I find spreading my fingertips tends to help. And just be aware that you're not dropping your chin to your chest, okay? You're still proud. You're looking up, spine's in line with your neck, okay? Your neck's in line with your spine. We're going to go for 4, 3. We're going to start to add. Last 2. Just make sure that your elbows aren't going too far back. Okay, they need to stop just in line with your rib cage. Last 1. We're going to bring our arms up to that shoulder height. We're going to open the arms out now. So I'm going to turn so I can face you. Open the arms out, so now your palms are facing the ceiling. Your hands or your arms are out to a T. They're in line with your shoulders. They're going to come back to that shoulder height in front of the body, and then we're going to bend them back to that 90, to that start position. Exhale. Let's open it out to a T. Inhale. Let's bring it all the way back to that start position. Now, if you've got ankle weights on your wrists, or if you have hand weights, trust me, you're going to be feeling this a lot more than the people that don't. However, I say that, but I'm feeling it in my shoulders already. Looking so good. Making sure that your core is still engaged, okay? Because I don't want your body to be rocking back and forth as you're lifting your arms up and down, okay? Core engaged throughout, unless I tell you to relax. Let's go. Final 4. Last 3. Don't shrug those shoulders up to the ears, okay? Allow them to remain in the back pockets of the jeans. Last 2. On this last one, okay? Bring your arms out to a T. Hold them there. internally rotate the hands. So now your palms are going to be facing the ground. I want you to externally rotate them. So now your palms are facing the back of the room. We're going to start to pulse our arms back. Feel your shoulder blades kiss if they can. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of shoulders getting into backs here. Okay, so you look like this. Exhale. And tiny pulses, just the arms are moving. Woo, this is burning for me. Breathe. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to pulse it there. We only got 1 minute. Okay, I know 1 minute feels like a long time when you just want to get it over. But trust me, you're reaping the benefits here. We're growing some muscles, leaning out those arms. You're going to thank me when you look in the mirror one day and go, damn, look at those arms. Okay, we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the arms where they are. Now rotate them so now your palms are facing the floor. We're going to start to draw tiny circles. So make sure your hands are still in line with your shoulders. Don't let them drop down. Don't let them lift up. Okay, tiny circles in any direction because we will reverse the circle. Okay, so just small enough. You're basically drawing an apple on either side of the room. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Making sure your body's not swaying at all. Breathe. Woo! I can feel it. Inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. We're only here for 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to reverse the circle. Okay, reverse the circle. Make sure that your arms are staying out to the T. Look at yourself if you need to look at yourself. Okay, it's even better if you do have a mirror in front or to the side of you where you can check your form, because form is so important in Pilates. Breathe. You're only here for a couple more reps, okay? This is when that playlist that I provided in this YouTube description is the best way to forget about the burn, okay? This is why I create those playlists. They are such great motivators. We're going to go for 6, for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last one, lower it all the way back down. Woo! Shake it out. Shake, 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 shake it out. Just, whew, that burn really gets you, especially in the shoulders. Okay, I want you to now come to the back of your mat. We're still on our knees. You're going to face the front of your mat. Your knees are hip width apart. I want you to inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, allow your fingertips to drop to the sides. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Start to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Okay, until your hands meet the mat. Walk your hands out, so your hands underneath your shoulders. Drop your glutes. I'm going to give you 2 options, 3 options here. You can keep your feet flat on the floor, or you can bring them up off of the mat, so bring them to a hover. You can cross your ankles if you want, or if you want to take an advancement, you can come all the way up to that high plank position. Okay, those are your 3 options. I'm going to do it with my ankles crossed because my arms are so stiff. Okay, so hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to get into some chest press. But now it's important, if you are in this position like me, or even if your feet are flat on the mat, it's important that you're dropping your hips a bit, okay? It really helps us switch your core on, and it also helps us to focus on the chest area. So bring your hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders now. Inhale to prepare, exhale. We're going to lower the chin all the way down to the mat, and we're going to lift it up. Okay, I know push-ups are never fun, but we've got to build some strength somehow, and we've got to lean out those arms. Let's go. We're only here for 10 reps. Just bending at the elbows, which is allowing your body to lower down. Okay, don't tuck your chin to your chest. Don't look up to the ceiling either. Keep that neck in line with the spine. Your core is engaged to make sure you're not arching in the spine if you're in the same position as me, or if your feet are flat on the mat. Okay? Same with if you're in a full push-up. Make sure you're not dropping the hips before you're dropping the chin, or the chest, I should say. We're gonna go. You're here for 3 more, 2 more, last one. Can you hold it down halfway? Hold. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses up, down, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Oh my word, I'm so sorry. Okay, scoot to the middle of your mat if you're like me and you've come off of your mat. And I want you to come into a high plank position. Beginner option is you'll be on the knees still. Okay, your feet will be hovering off of the mat, ankles are crossed, dropping both of your hips down so your body's at a diagonal. Otherwise, you are in a high plank position, which means you're still dropping your hips, your body's at that diagonal, your hands underneath your shoulders, you're on your toes. High plank, we're going to hold it here, and then we're going to start to move down into some shoulder taps. Okay, so we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to tap right hand, left shoulder, and then left hand, right shoulder, making sure that your body is not swaying from side to side. To make this a little bit easier, step your feet as wide as the mat. Okay, the wider the feet, the easier this will be. It'll be harder if it brings your feet together. Okay, we're going to go. So tap opposite hand, opposite shoulder, making sure that your hand rests underneath your shoulder again. You're here for 10, 9, so it's only 5 on each side. Let's go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, forearm plank. Hold. Now if you're on your knees, you can still be on a forearm plank. You'll just move so your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Drop your glutes a bit more. Okay, otherwise, on your toes, hold it here. I know this isn't a full arm exercise. It is also into the core, but this is great for our shoulders. Okay, breathe. Breathe, breathe. Making sure that you're moving your shoulder blades away from one another. Your neck staying in line with your spine. You're on your toes. And your belly button is to your spine here, okay? You're here for 10, 9, 8. Looking strong. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the knees, press back. Child's pose. Ooh, reaching your fingertips to the other side of the mat. Drop your forehead down. And allow your glutes to rest on your heels. Inhale. Through the nose, out through the mouth. We got one final exercise. Okay, come all the way up onto your shins. Now I want you to scoot your feet around so you're now on your bunks. Scoot to the middle of your mat. I want you to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and I want your fingertips to point towards your glutes. Okay, your feet are hip width apart. Inhale to your final exercise. Okay, you've got all this way. It's only a little bit more and then you can rest. So what I want you to do is I want you to lift your hips up to the ceiling. Okay, make sure you're looking to the ceiling so your chest is open. Now we're going to bend into the elbows, which is going to cause us to lower, and then we're going to lift all the way up. So we're getting into some triceps. Just make sure that you're not lowering your hips. Okay, your hips are staying stable. You're bending and you're lifting, extending into the arms the whole time. Okay, so bend into the arms and then extend into the arms. Look into the ceiling the whole time. You want to feel the back of your arms working. Spread your fingertips to take some pressure off of your wrists. You're only here for 6. Let's go, final 5. Woo! 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower the glutes all the way down. Ooh, bring your hands on to your knees and you can just roll your shoulders back. Come in that seated position. So as we started is how we will end. Okay, so I'm going to turn to face you. You can turn to face me. Well done. You made it through that quick little class. Okay, each time you show up, you're just going to get better and better, stronger and stronger. And exercising is not always about looking a certain way, okay? It's about how it makes you feel in your body and in your mind. So, well done. I am so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. We're going to do a very quick little stretch, and I know a lot of people don't like to do the stretch, but it's really important, okay? It's great because we're going to lengthen those muscles that we may have shortened. So, I want you to bring your right arm across your body, and I want you to bring your left arm and almost make like a T, okay? And you're going to hold it there. Just make sure that your right palm is facing the back of the room. You don't want to be on the elbow. It doesn't really get into the stretch much, but we are stretching out into the shoulder here. As I said, I'm very stiff, so this is feeling good. Breathe. And then under the arms, the same arm, the right arm, I want you to bring it behind your head if you can. And with your left hand, press down into that right elbow and just lift your neck up, okay? And look to me. We're going to do this tricep stretch. Oh, that was a bit of a tongue twister. Tricep stretch. Okay, just make sure that your neck is lifted. The chin is not tucked. Gosh, what's happening to me? I can't even speak. And then you're going to undo the arms. And we're going to switch to the other side. So your left arm's going to come across the body. Okay? And I want you to bend your right hand. And your left's just going to fit into it like a little glove. Make sure you're not on that elbow. And your left palm is facing the back of the room. Really lengthen into that left arm, so don't let it be bent at all. And then the same arm we're going to bring behind, so left arm's going to come behind, bend it, and press down into that left elbow with your right hand, lift the neck, elongate that neck. Breathe. Feeling the stretch along that left tricep. And then release down, and you can just shake, shake, shake what your mama gave ya. Shake it out. Hands are going to rest onto your knees. We're going to do 4 shoulder rolls forwards. Okay, so up towards the ears and then forward up towards the ears for 4, 3, 2, 1. Backwards, up towards the ears and in the back pockets of the jeans. Up towards the ears, back pocket of the jeans. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful work. Please like and subscribe. New workouts are every Monday and Friday. See you on the mat.